Hello everyone, welcome back to some more Tametsi. I fiddled with a couple more options in between the last episode and this one. The first is that night mode apparently doesn't change any of the visual stuff of like while you're playing. It just means instead of that like eye-searing white that you get at the end of a finished puzzle, you just get this like slightly blue instead of black. And I don't know, I already had treat gray like other colors on, but I couldn't tell what it was doing somehow. Maybe I hadn't found any puzzles that had gray. I don't know, but let's actually maybe go back to I guess 20. I wish they had colorblind mode for the menu, by the way. I think I've Yeah, 20 is in white, so that means I made a mistake on it last time. And this treat gray like other colors means, apparently, that this counter here is a counter for gray mines, not for total mines. So now when I mark reds, the red counter goes down, but the gray counter doesn't. So that seems nice. I rarely care about total mines as much as I care about number of gray mines, it seems to me. And this way, everything is sort of more regular. So let's just redo this puzzle, I guess, and try to get a perfect on it. I don't remember why. I just wanted to demo this, but now that we're here, puzzles are great, right? What did I mess up with last time? I think I had accidentally marked too many mines in one of these areas and drew a bad conclusion about a column. Right, this 1 and 2 give us one of the... No. Give us one of these, so this one is finished. We have here... Oh, and they have zeros this time. How nice. The 1 goes there. Can't do anything here just yet. These ones extend up to here and down to here? No, they don't go down here. Because this one, it doesn't have solid cells backing it. But these 2's work together to give me neither of these A's. Yes. Is this 2 and 1 helping somehow? Yes, it is. No? Yes. At most one of these 2, therefore at least one of these 2, that finishes this 1, giving me this area. Now I can say, that one. Great, that's simpler. This one, none of these, here, 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 no. That's a 0. These 1's reach here. I know you guys have seen this puzzle already, just humor me. Nothing going on in this area right now, I think. Not quite true, I guess. Because there's one of these 2, which means one of these 2, and the 3 needs these to finish it off. And now this 1 does something, because it's one of these 2, and that's the whole column. 2 goes there. That finishes the 1 and this one. Now we can do the corner. This 3 needs all of these. 1 goes there. I guess I have to get to this space to resolve this area. Okay. This 4, I think, needs both of these, but let me double check that. I have one of these, which means one of these. So yeah, we do need both of these, and I think we learned something about this area, like neither of these or something. Yeah, because this 2 is in these squares, and they all touch this 2. So there can't be anything down here. This 2 next to this 2 should be useful. We have one of these 2 from the 1. Oh, it's okay. easier to do it. Well, I guess they both give you the same information. But okay, these two together don't cooperate on these two tiles. Now this one's ready to finish. I'm glad I stuck with the decrease or revealed tiles countdown or whatever it's called. The zeros are much easier to work with now, finally. This 2 next to the 1? No, let's do the 2 next to 3. That's pretty simple. Oh, hang on. Oh, yeah, these are both marked. That's right. Okay. This 2 next to the 3 means there's one of these 2, which finishes this 1. And now I can go down there. There's 2 red mines, which is both of these. Actually, I mean, I knew that just from here, right? So last time I solved this puzzle, I remember doing a lot of color work. And this time I haven't paid any attention to the colors at all. There were just sufficient clues on the grid. So we definitely have more information than is necessary, which is fine. What's going on here? This 1 is probably important through this stuff. I have one of these 2, therefore one of these 2, therefore for this 3, one of these 2, and that finishes the 1. These 2, now these are all zeros. 3 next to 1s needs mines here. I can do this area. That's a 0. Now I can get into here. Okay. This 2 needs these, and the 3 has to go there. This is done. These 2 1s put no mine here. These 2 1s give me these 3. This column puts a mine here. This column works with the 1 to clear these 2. And now all of these have to have a 1, which is only... No. It would be possible like this, except that would break the column. Oh, also it wouldn't be because that would break this. Okay, so it has to be the middle. Fine. This 1 goes there. These are zeros now. And that's a mine. All right. So that's finished level 20. And I want to go look. There's like, these are bonus levels, which I think means they're harder than, maybe harder than everything in this grid. I'm not really sure, but I haven't looked at these. I don't understand what caused 3 of them to unlock. Like, what milestone did I pass? Why these 3? But I'll have a look anyway. This is a grid, huh? Oof. It seems like this 1 next to the 3 might be useful somehow. I know one of these 2, therefore 2 of these. But it might be that one of them is touching the A, but it might not. It might be these B's. I mean, this 2 and this 3 look pretty symmetrical, don't they? Yeah. I mean, like, so you can make the same argument in the other direction, which is this 1 means one of these 2, which means one of these 4. Therefore, at least one of these 2, but that doesn't really tell me anything. Okay, cool. So this is a hard puzzle. It's maybe not a surprise. Let's... Yeah, they're all this weird shape, huh? That's the G theme, maybe, for the G puzzles? Alright, I'm not going to try to figure these out. Just wanted to have a peek. Did we do this? Oh, I broke it somehow. Okay. And here, I also broke. Alright, a new puzzle. I don't want to do another one we already tried to solve and failed to. At least the one that we messed up much earlier on, I feel confident I could go back and solve. And you saw that I was right in that confidence because I did it. Anyway, what's going on here? We have... Okay, we do have diagonals. This 4 is next to a 1, and that puts 3 mines here. Which resolves all the A's at once? Am I wrong about this somehow? It can have at most one of these two, therefore, yeah, all 3 of these. Okay, cool. Well, that's a big dang start, huh? We also have no mine here for what that's worth. Still from the same 4-1 combo. This 0 goes there, and here, and here. 1 next to a 2 gives us one of these two, which is not super useful, is it? It might be, actually. Because if there's exactly one of these two, then for this 2, there's exactly one of this whole area. Now this 2 puts exactly one in this area, which this 3 means there's 2 in this area, and this 2 is finished. So we had to go all the way down the grid to get there, but it was worth it. Jeez. We couldn't actually resolve anything in the middle, but we carried over partial information to get here. I'm not sure what it's done. Like, oh, it should reflect something back though, right? There's 2 of this area now, which for this 3 means 1 of this area, which for this 2 means 1 of this area, which for this 2 means 1 of this area, and that actually doesn't help at all. That just gets us back to where we were, that there's 1 of these 2. Okay, just thought I'd check. Well, where else do I go? I mean, like, I can learn something from this 2 being next to the 3, but I don't think it's that useful, is it? I have 2 of these, therefore 1 of these 2. That's in the area of this 3, so we have 2 of these, but that's really useless, I think. Like, this 4 is conspicuous. I want to... Oh, we have row clues. So we have 0 in this row. That's where we're meant to go. Yeah, now the 3 and the 4. We have 3 of these, which means this 4 needs 1 more and it has to be there. These 2's next to each other give me this square. Is this useful? It might be. There's, There's at most one of these 2, but I don't know there's exactly one. But let's see if we can do something like that. If there's at most one of these 2, there's at least one of these 2. And that doesn't tell me anything about this 3. Well, no, I mean, it tells me there's at most 2 of these, which means there's at least one of these. There's at most one of these 2? Is that useful somehow? It might be for that 6th row eventually, but it's not yet. But these two ones are useful now that we've got a barrier for them on the right. Or specifically this square. They're working together on these 4 squares, but not on these 2. And this should give me this 3, because this 2 has a... no. It doesn't have exactly 1 here. If it did, that would be useful. It has at most 1 here. If we had exactly 1 here, then we'd have exactly 1 here, and finishing this 3 would require both of these. But since we have at most 1 here, we have at least 1 here. Maybe both. And if both were here, we would only know one of these two, but we wouldn't know which. This 2 clue. Nope, these B's are possible. I don't know. Anything that doesn't look gray, I have trouble recognizing that's a place where you could legally put a mine. How about this 3, actually? Believe it or not, no. Because this 1 could reach down here. I was looking at these 3s and saying, well, there's at least 1 of these. Oh, what am I even doing? That doesn't help at all. I don't know. It just seemed like we might have enough clues to work out this 3, but I don't think we do. How about the 6? There's quite a lot of spaces here, so I don't think the 6 is good yet. There is this 1 opposite this 2, though. I don't see how that's useful. We have at least 1 of these 3, is what we get from that. Yeah, I don't know what you're supposed to do about that. Can we work out something about this 6 from this row of numbers above it? They seem fairly unconstrained because a lot could go up here. But there are some things constraining what could go up here. This 3, for example, this 1. They might make it hard to fit stuff into this column, this row. That seems like a pretty oblique way to solve things, and I'm not eager to go there first. This 6 row, actually, there's not that many cells left in it, is there? Are there? 2, 5, 6, 9. I mean, that is a lot. We can rule some of them out, like there can be at most 1 of these 2 here. But that's the only obvious thing. We could say, alternatively, at most 1 of these, but there still could be 2 in this whole 3 area, so we haven't really improved the total anywhere else. This 4, a lot of its space is next to these 1s constraining it, isn't it? So there's at most 1 here, and at most 1 here. That leaves 3 to place. No, 2 to place in 3 tiles is what I meant to say. But that's still enough uncertainty that I can't actually write anything down. What if we worked on different pairs? There's at most one here. Well, that's not very useful. Oh, no, okay, it's simpler. We don't need any row clues yet. It's this 2. It's got 1s on both sides of it. So it has to have at least one mine on each of its 2 sides, right? 1 here from this one. Well, at most one of these, therefore one of these, right? So this 1 is finished and we can go here. Likewise in reverse, one of these, therefore one of these, therefore none of this. This 1 can go there. We have a 0. What did I do wrong? Oh, this one. Okay. I think I missed this square somehow. So we knew this. That's fine. And we know this. And we know that. But this 1 could go to either of these 2 spaces. That's my mistake. I should like have this on at all times, even though it makes it illegible. And especially for ordinary Minesweeper shapes, it really should not be necessary. And yet, here we are. Well, what else am I supposed to look at? This 1 doesn't seem to do anything with this 3, but let's have a look anyway. We know exactly 2 of these 3. But that doesn't intersect with anything interesting. What about this 2? Is that useful? I don't think so. These, yeah. Okay, this 3 might have gotten useful now that we revealed some more up here somehow. Because this 2 fills in 2 of the 3 squares. There's exactly 1 here. Which means there's exactly 2 in this area. But so what? They might intersect with this, they might overlap with this 2 or not. I mean, at least one of them does, I guess. There's exactly 2 here, and at least 1 here, which means at most one of these 2? Can I make that useful? At most one of these 2 means 2 of these. Sorry, at least 2 of these. Which means at most 1 here? Still doesn't seem useful. Am I supposed to look at this? I think it's still a dead end, right? Because none of these threes really force anything up here. They could be like that, for example, right? Like, this is not exactly compelling, but this could be the right answer as far as this row is concerned. So we can't make any strong statements about this row, I don't think. Maybe we have to, like, try out what goes in this row. Right? Because which one, like, what's going on over here should influence what's going on here. Like, if we said there's no mine, oh my god. If we said there's no mine here, then these are both definitely mines. And this isn't. And neither is this. So this is, this isn't, this is, this isn't. And that feeds into this 3, so we have to put a mine here as well. Oh, also this 2 needs one. Oh! Well, that's no good, because it breaks this 1. Let's try that again. I think if I put no mine here, I break the 1. Right? I need both of these. Therefore, these 2s are done. This 2 has to go here. Da-da. Yeah. And this 2 needs these. So this is wrong. I'd like to understand it more than just like, well, I tried it and it doesn't work. What's the relation between these 2 tiles that makes this happen? I guess it's definitely not anything local to them. It's also somehow related to the row totals that they have. They must like have, I don't know. But anyway, this we decided has to be a mine. Okay. That doesn't actually resolve the rest of the puzzle, though. We know there's 1 here and therefore 1 here, but that's... Is that useful? Oh, that is useful. We can do the 3 row now. Watch. There's 1 here from this row, therefore 1 here from these 2s. We have 1 here from these 1s, and 1 here from these 1s. So this can't be a mine. Well, I didn't learn much from that. Oh, I did. I learned about this 1. Like, okay, I didn't learn anything from clicking it, obviously, but from noticing it wasn't a mine, I could have also said, oh, well, this 1 needs a mine, and it's got to be there. Oh, and this 1 also was set off by clicking this. We have to put the mine here. This 1 goes there. These 2s next to each other... Well, they were already next to each other, right? Why couldn't I have done this ages ago? Wait, something's not right. Oh, no. Because a minute ago, this was a 3. Yeah. Now they're 2s. Like, what I could conclude before was exactly one of these two. Now that I've found this, I know, oh, it's this one, so therefore not this. It's the numbers changed, which made me confused about what I could have known before. But when I think it through, it's like, oh, I see. This 4 row should be done, right? We have one of these two, therefore both of these. This 1 next to a 3 is highly suspicious. We need both of these, which finishes the 2. Why are you doing this to me? Why am I doing this to me? Am I wrong about this column? This row? I don't think so. Yep, I am. This 2, okay, maybe I'm not so good at counting revealed squares countdown after all. This 2 needs both of those, not one of them. And now I have this section, but not the row. Ooh, and now I can go this way through the B's for a while. The 1 and the 2 are now useful because they have nothing above them anymore. We have a mine here. And here. We have rather a lot of column clues that are helping narrow this area down, but not totally solving it. We have one of these and one of these, which we already knew. Ah, this 2 is done now. I can just click both of those. Ah! What the hell? I definitely know there's one there. I definitely know there's one there. I definitely know there's one there. Oh, one of these two. I don't know why I thought I knew which one. This one goes here. Ah, I think this 4 clue is suddenly useful. I know one of these 3. And that means one of these 2. And at most one up here, which means at least one down here of these 2. And I already have 3 others in the row from the 4, so the 1 here finishes the row. This and this are safe. Is this 3 finally finished? Oh, well, let's do this 1, I guess. That's easy. Now I can go this way, right? Right. Oh, I see. These 3 1s, they cover all 3 of the rows the 3 can reach. So there's 1 in each of these 3 rows, and they're all touching the 3, which means these 2 are safe. This 3 is good enough. We have 1 here, which means both of these. And now everything looks finished. Made several mistakes on this one, but at least I was able to like figure out why I made them. This one's a little scary. We got a 1, I guess. That's something. And this 0. More 1s. Still a 0 there. That 1. Oh my god, I'm so dumb. That 1 is not a 0. 0 lets me click. You gotta say it or you'll forget it's true. Let's reset. I don't even know how much of that I did was legal just now. Okay, I think that was actually my first mistake. That 2 is done though, and there's the 1. Where to now? The number clues are still, the total clues are still very high. Surely too high to do anything with, right? Ah, here we go. This edge clue, this 1. One of these 2 is a mine for the 2. So the rest of this column is good, and that one has to be a mine to finish the 2. Now there's a 0 here I can use. That 1 gives me a couple more zeros. This 2 is finished. 2 here. This 2 next to the 1 means a mine here and not here. Is this too interesting somehow? It doesn't look that good, honestly. Because each of these 2s could have both of them up here. Well, it might combine this row clue with this row clue, operating also on this 3. Because the 3 definitely needs one of these 2, right? At least one. I guess that's not that useful. Because we would then, like, at best, we would be able to say, oh, there's at least one of these, now we've finished the row. But there's nothing else in the row, so that doesn't help. What about looking down here? Like, what I'm hoping to do is find 4 required mines in these 2 rows, and that would let me, in them combined, even though I don't know necessarily which or where, then I could clear the rest of this row. Just checking I'm not missing anything with these 1s, and I'm not. So there's at least 2 mines in this area, right? That's not very useful. And there could be 4, but there are at least 2. Right, it could be these 2 in the middle. And there's at least one of these. So there's at most one in the entire remainder of these 2 rows. Can I pin down where it is? Yes. It's here. It has to be. There's exactly one here. So I think that all this allows me to click these 2 squares. Let's double check it because it is sort of complicated. In this area, there are definitely at least 2 mines. We could even be a bit more... We could learn a bit more, couldn't we? Now that we know about these 2, we don't have to be so greedy. We could say, or so conservative, we could say there's at least 2 in this area. In fact, there are exactly 2. And there's 1 here for sure. So there's only 1 left in this entire set of 2 rows, and we know it has to be here to finish this 2. So everything that I don't have in black that is on those 2 rows is safe. And I guess we'll find that the mines have to be here, right? We can make a similar argument. You can say, oh, well, I could have just moved these over here. then this would be uncovered, and that's true. So these are the 2 mines here. And this 2's other mine has to be there. 0's done. That's a cool, I like that. That was a fun little exercise. There's a 0 here. And now here. This is a 2 with 2 neighbors. Finally, a 0 row. A 3 row with only 3 tiles is good. This 1 can be finished now, and the 1 row, of course, as well. This 2 row is informative now. We have at least one of these, an exact... No. Well... Huh. Okay, I think we can do a similar thing, though, and draw in where the mines are in this area. There are 2 here, and 1 here. So this one can't be a mine. And now we learned all 3 are adjacent to this, so these 2 are safe and will let us resolve the rest. There we go. This 3 row, I guess, is the next step. We have 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here. So this is not a mine, and then we'll be able to like ripple alternating back, I guess. Yeah. This 3 should have a similar situation. One of these 2, one of these 2, one of these 2, so everything in the middle is safe. This 3 maybe? It's a little bit harder to see, but there might be something there. We have 1 of these, for sure, exactly 1. These 2s are not that interesting, but this one is. Right? We have at least 1 of these 2. And therefore, there's at most 1 in the rest of the row. And it has to be here. Because this 2 has a 1 under it. There's 1 here, therefore 1 here. Did I say there's at most 1 here? There's at least 1 here. And that's the row. So we can fill the rest in. Also, we can put the 2's other mine here. This 1 and this 3 now give me these 2. This 1 and the 2 put a mine here. Also, this 3 needs mines adjacent to all of it, so we didn't need to do that little deduction. This 2 needs these spaces. This 1 has 1 here, which means this 2 has 2 here, and this 2 needs its other 1 here. 1 has to go there. This is a 0 now. That's there. This row, no, this 1 solves that. This 2 row solves everything now, I think. Oh, no, it doesn't. We have 1 here and 1 of these 2, but I don't know which. I thought briefly this B was already marked as a mine, and then we would know what this is, but that's not the case. Maybe mine coloring argument time? Maybe not. Oh, this 1 is finished. Has to go there. Yes, now we can do this row. There's one here, and one here. So the rest of the row, not touching any of these ones, is safe. Oh, and furthermore, this is where the mine touching this one is. Wait. Was this an incorrect argument? I want an undo button. I think I just got lucky here. Because I said there's a mine here, but that's not true. There was at most one mine here. Whoops. Oh. Yeah, it was definitely wrong, because this one means there's a mine here. So I was actually totally wrong about... No? Oh dear. It's all just a big mess now. I do want to finish this one, and we were close, and I don't know where I'm going. I'm just going to reset and like do all the same stuff again, so buckle up. All the same stuff except for the one thing that was wrong, whatever it was. I won't do that again. One hopes. Right, this 2 is finished. This 1 row and this 2 means that all of this is clear. The 2 next to the 1 gives me a mine here and none here. Boy, how did I get to the point that there were only 3 mines in this whole area? It was something over here, I guess. Did I start with this? No. What the hell? Yeah, this whole area was exposed, I remember. Oh, this 2 has only 1 mine here, so there's a mine here. And then we get this 0. There's a 1 here. These are zeros now. This 3. And now this 1. And this, I think, is when I broke into this area, right? There's exactly 1 mine here. At least 1 here. Therefore, only 2 left in the whole set of 2 rows. And to satisfy these 2s, it has to be these 2. That's a 0, so I can click. 1 there, 1 there. This is a 0 row. And I have the rest of this 1 to work with, right? Yeah. This 2's done. Gives me a 0 here. These 2's are all finished. And there's 1 here, therefore the second for the 2 goes here, clearing this area. And then I remember I proved this, right? There's 3 mines in the area, 1 here, 2 here, so not here. Now I know the 3 mines are all adjacent to that, and we get everything resolved. Okay, then I think we looked at this 3. Well, let's look at this 3 then. There's exactly 1 here. There's exactly 1 here. And there's at least 1 here, and also at least 1 here. So this is the 3rd one. And the rest is all clear. That's a 1 with only one neighbor, a 1 with one neighbor, 1 with one neighbor, 0. This row is already done for this one. Now we do this row. We have exactly 1 here, exactly 1 here, and exactly 1 here. So the rest is safe. Okay. And I think that means we have to work on this row. There's 1 here. I bet we'll find it's this A. And because of this area, there's exactly 1 here. And because of this 2, we know there's at least 1 here. That's all 3. So this is the second one for that 2. And now this 3 is finished. All the other squares are open. This is clickable, right? Yeah. And we should find it has to be this A, but I don't totally believe it. No, that's not necessarily true, because this one has more freedom down here, I think. Okay. So that's that row done. And somehow or other we've got this 0. And this 1. And a 1, and a 1, and a 0. This 0 goes there. This 2 needs both of these. Maybe this is where I went wrong. No, this 1 has one of these 2, therefore this 2 has one of these 2. Therefore this 2 has here, and we have a no mine here. Now this 1 needs a mine here. So it was this A. We need a mine here for this 1. These are zeros now. This 2 only has 2 neighbors, those 2. So these zeros are clickable now. This row needs 1 more, and there's space for either of these 2. I almost made a mistake again, thinking these B's were somehow barriers because they're not gray. It's like really, I'm really used to gray being the only place mines can be in Minesweeper, and I still haven't shaken it for this game. Anyway, this 1 has to go here. Finishes the row. This 1 has to go here. Time to do this row, I think. We have 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here. So anything not touching one of those 1s. Nope, that's wrong. That's the same mistake I made last time. And I told you guys I'm not going to make the same one again. There's at most 1 of these, but it could be here. We don't know if there's 1 here. So we have to do a little bit more if you want to prove that. There are 2 B's left, though. So I'm wondering if we can make an argument relating to that, like combining that with 1 or both of the row clues in this area. Because, like, okay, we know there are 4 total in both of these rows. 2 of them are B's, and 2 of them are something else. One of those non-B's is here. And one of them is here, right? So the other 2 mines in these 2 rows are both in B's. That's kind of cool. So let's draw that in. So there are 4 mines, one here and one here. The last 2 have to be in Bs, so this can't be a mine. And it turns out I was right in concluding that in accidentally concluding that these 2 do contain a mine. But I was right for the wrong reason. Anyway, we also have that this is safe. And now I can argue... Oh, this one to be finished needs a mine here. Now I can argue about this 3 again. We have one here, and one here. So everything not adjacent to one of the ones below it is safe. That's that row done. There's only one A. Well, 5 of these gray ones must be mines to satisfy the 6 then, right? But I'm not sure I can see which. Ah, nope, here we go. This too. It needs at least one of these 2 A's to be a mine, and also this B. So the A's that are not touching this 1 are safe now. This 2 needs these mines. We have a 0 here. This 2 and 1 are finished. This 0 goes there. 1, 0. 0 goes here, giving us the last A. 1 goes there. There are 2 in this row and 1 in this row. What does that tell me? Well, I know that there can't be mines here and here, because then there'd be no place for a mine here, right? Therefore, one of the mines in this row must be this one. It's kind of interesting, but doesn't have any practical use I can see. I guess we're meant to work on this, right? Yeah. These 2 1s constrain the entire row. So everything to the right of here and the left of here is safe. Well, now what? The 1 and the 2 are next to each other, but that just puts exactly 1 mine here. Does that help somehow with the top row? We know there's at least 1 mine up there from the 3, but I don't see where we can prove the last one. Ah, no, here we go. The 3 next to the 1. It's simpler. We just can have at most one of these, therefore we need both of these. This 0 now lets us make some more progress, hopefully. These 2 1s are next to each other, and they share these 2, but not these 2. This 2 row is, I think, finished now, right? We need at least one of these, and at least one of these because of the adjacency to this 1. So let me just pencil that in, because it's a tiniest bit easy to forget. Those, right? So the other 2 are safe. Now these 1s point here. And this 2 has to have its last mine here, since there's only 1 in this area. That should solve all this stuff, which gets me back into here. All right, solved it, and without a second repetition of that mistake, right? We actually got it this time, 58. Oh, I'm a genius. Okay, that was fun. I liked kind of having the combining row clues at the bottom and the kind of repeated theme of the row clues combining with revealed squares in the middle. Anyway, that'll do it for this episode. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.